Thanks to Manscaped, who are kindly supporting the STATTO preview show, although Dale didn't want to hang around and talk about the product with me. Having personally had a few Manscaped lawnmowers in the past, the new 4.0 is a really impressive piece of kit. Impressive and powerful. It's also waterproof, which means you can sort your bits out in the shower. Now, the summer holidays are finally on the way, and the lawnmower, like I say, is brilliant for sorting yourself out before you go and lounge around the pool. We've all been there where we've had accidents with normal razors in the shower. It's not pleasant, it's not nice, nobody wants that. The lawnmower is designed to reduce all that kind of thing that can happen and help everyone out. Now, Manscaped have also extended their range to include nail care, boxers and aftershave. But one product which looks the business is the new Weed Whacker nose trimmer. And with Father's Day coming up in June, you can get one for your dad, or just get one for yourself if you are a father. And when you get to my age, 37, hair does start to appear in places where you don't want it to. The Weed Whacker does help with that, with the old nose and the old ears. And like I say, they're really comfortable and they do help and they get the job done. This is stuff that no one likes to talk about, but as I say, we've all got these problems. It helps. Manscaped have kindly offered the VillaView subscribers 20% off and free shipping when you use the code TheVillaView in capital letters. Details are also in the description. Now, this is a saving of £8 off the Weed Whacker, but a massive £18 off the Lawnmower 4.0. And if you really are one of the lucky few in the country that's feeling any kind of flush at the moment, Manscaped have an offer on the Platinum Package 4.0 where you'll save £30. Now, we always say this, but we know money's very tight at the moment. We know the country's not in a brilliant state. But if you are one of the lucky ones who is flush at the moment and you do want to support the VillaView, now these kind of associations with companies, they really, really help us. But we want to do something extra if you are buying all the good stuff from Manscaped. So if you do buy the product using the VillaView codes, send us your receipt to studio@thevillaview.tv and we will send you a Villa Brew mug to say thank you. We've got plenty of these, so we want to get some sent out. Lovely mug. Nothing better than thinking about Villa when you're having a brew. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring us and thank you very much for listening. It's long, that, isn't it? Really long, that read. I hate having to sit here and look at myself for 2 minutes. Absolutely horrendous. Hello, welcome back to the AVFC STATTO preview show on the VillaView. I'm your host Dan Bardell, joined by the AVFC STATTO Dale himself. You've heard all from Manscaped. If you want to get 20% off, use the code TheVillaView. Dale, how are you? In a hoodie on a hot day, ridiculous.
I'm good. It's fair. I'm a bit sad. It's our last show of the year, of the season.
We might be able to cobble another show together, I reckon, looking at the season as a whole. That's just me thinking off the cuff here. We might be able to do something with that. Maybe try and do something with some old players around their stats at their time at Villa. I reckon we'll be able to get some STATTO content out there for the people. George Adams asking about the NordVPN code. Yes, you can still use that. That code is still working, I believe. James Garnett, greetings from Mykonos, Greece. Everyone, James, no one wants to hear about stuff like that. I certainly don't, because I'm really hot, but I'm not on holiday in Mykonos. I'm in my office where it's currently absolutely boiling. Right then, huge game this weekend. Last game of the season. It's at Villa Park. Aston Villa v Brighton. Villa have destiny in their own hands, can qualify for European football this weekend for the first time in over a decade. But we are here to talk about the game, but we're here to talk purely about stats and trimming your balls, because we're in association with Manscaped. Dale, what's the first stat we've got? This I always ask you, and it's because I read it every week. Right, victory for Aston Villa this weekend will see them qualify for the Europa Conference League playoff stage next season. And there's a lovely picture of Villa with the European Cup in 1982. Yep, there's not much to say about that. It's just huge, isn't it? It's massive, and it's unbelievable that we're in this position given how we started the season.
Yeah, just a quick update on that. As a Villa will qualify this season if they beat Brighton, that's it. As they beat Brighton, we're in. If they draw with Brighton and Spurs and Brentford both fail to win, we qualify. And if we lose to Brighton, then Spurs need to lose and Brentford need to not win.
Yes, the permutations.
That's the permutations. That's the permutations, yeah. But then, the stat you read out, like I said, if we qualify for the Conference League this season, it will be the first time since 2010 since we did so. That season, we got knocked out in the first playoff round by Rapid Vienna. drawing 1-1 away from home, and then losing 3-2 back at Villa Park. Quiz time.
Oh, go on then. Hit me.
Can you name the Villa starting 11 from the first leg in Vienna?
Which one was this?
2010, 2011, Aston Villa starting 11 against Rapid Vienna, where we drew 1-1.
So that was Kevin McDonald as the manager, wasn't it? I believe.
Oh, yes.
Kevin McDonald. I'm never going to get all these players. Barry Bannon scored. I know that.
Yeah.
Bannon's in there. All Brighton.
Yep. 2.
Hog.
Fucking hell. This is sorry
Don't
for the
swear,
language.
Dale.
Sorry. I thought that was the one that was going to catch you out.
Is that right?
Yep.
Then I can't remember if any first team players played or not. I can't remember. Was Guzan there then?
Yep.
Guzan in goal. It was a really young team, wasn't it? This is a get. I don't think he did play with Sidwell.
Nope. Not in the starting 11. No.
Damn. Lowry?
Nope.
Clark?
Nope.
Oh, I got us to a good start. Davis?
Yep. Curtis Davis.
How many have I got here? 5?
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So 5 you've got. Yeah.
Well, this could be a long show. This. Dafonzo?
No.
Dafonzo wasn't playing.
No.
Hurd?
Who?
Hurd?
No. That's one of the. I didn't hear what you said when you said Hurd. There is.
Oh, I didn't do it because he's going to go on forever.
Yeah. As Eric Lichai, Habib Bey, Stephen Warnock, Stuart Downing, Nigel Reo-Coker, and Emma Heskey.
So basically, I got all the obscure ones,
Yep.
and then didn't
That's
get
why I
the
saw
obvious first team.
for that. Yeah, I was like, these are the ones that you won't get.
I remember there just been a load of young players playing. I don't remember the rest of the starting 11. I've had a stinker there, haven't I?
Yeah.
I could have probably got some of them, but yeah, it was a decent effort. I mean, they may well be in the Europa Conference League again, or they are in the Europa Conference League. I can't remember if they've qualified already or not, but no doubt we'll stumble upon them at some point. Jet laughing at Habib Bey, crying over Habib Bey. Good chant for Habib Bey, though, that we never used, the Happy Days theme tune. That was a good chant that didn't really ever get going. Let's look at the second stat then for Villa this week. Adam's still trying to guess the players. There we go. Aston Villa have lost just 1 of their 7 Premier League games against Brighton, winning 4 and drawing 2. And I'm racking my brains trying to think of the defeat, and I've not got it. When was that?
The defeat. You don't even know. I do, yeah. It was in November 2020. Aston Villa 1, Brighton 2. Ezri Konsa scored the goal for Villa, and Danny Welbeck and Solly March for Brighton at Villa Park.
Was it 3? Wasn't it 3-1? Was it
2-1?
This was lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a poor game. I remember that being poor. We got off to a terrible start, playing an outrageously high line, and we got really caught. Mings got caught, didn't he? And Welbeck scored. Yeah, I remember that now. But we do generally have a good record against Brighton. We were okay. We stopped them winning the league in the Championship as well, didn't we? At Villa Park, Jack Grealish scoring a terrible goal, mistake from the goalkeeper, Stockdale, and we drew 1-1 in the last game of the season in that awful first season in the Championship, which made Newcastle win the Championship that season. But we've got a decent record against Brighton. A lot of draws. Draw would be where the sensible money would go this weekend, I think. Although I would back us to beat anyone at home, especially the way we've been defending at Villa Park and how the atmosphere is going to be. So it's going to be a great one. Something on the line going into the last game of the season. But Brighton are definitely an impressive outfit. They've had an outrageous season, really, Brighton. Let's look at them. Then our guests this weekend, Brighton. Brighton have secured 6th place in the Premier League, their best finish in the competition. I'm going to guess their best finish before that was somewhere around 9th, 10th.
Yeah, it was. But yeah.
Was it?
During their first season, they finished 15th on 40 points. In the second season, they narrowly avoided relegation, finishing 17th, 2 points above Cardiff, who were relegated. In their third season, they finished 15th on 41. The fourth season, they finished 16th on 41 again. And the last season, they finished 9th. And then this season, like I said, they secured 6th place. Are you there?
So that's 2 seasons of Chris Hughton, 3 seasons of Potter, and then this season's been half. Well, a quarter Potter, and the rest of it deserved. But massive progress for them.
Yeah, they're
finishing sixth.
Yeah, they're an unbelievable team in terms of, they sell their best players and they just get some young kid from South America to come in and be a world-class player and sell him on for 90 million and do the same again and rinse and repeat.
I mean, Enciso's coming from nowhere at the back end of the season. I never heard of him, and then suddenly he's coming on the pitch and he looks like a world beater, and I expect he'll be going to Manchester United for 70 million in a year's time, and they'll have someone else that they're pulling from Peru or Ecuador or somewhere obscure. They just pull players from absolutely everywhere. Brighton, what a club, what an outfit. The way they do things is absolutely to be marvelled at, and teams will try and copy it.
Yeah, they won't work.
I don't think anyone will be able to copy their model. It's just not. It's not Brentford, the way they did things in the Championship. I don't think it can be mimicked. You can try your best, but you've got to try and find your own way, which is certainly what Villa are doing at the moment. But teams will try and copy Brighton, but it just won't work because they're one-offs the way they do things. Fair play to unbelievable season to finish sixth. A team like Brighton, who wasn't that long ago, they were struggling to exist. Really, and they're in the lower echelons of the EFL, and now to be top six in the Premier League with a fantastic manager, and they've got some really, really good players as well. Well done, Brighton. Congratulations, but have a day off on Sunday, please.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next one for them. Unless you've got no quizzes off the back of that? No.
No, we skipped one quiz.
I've got let's do it. Let's go back. We can always go back and do it.
Can we go back? Yeah. Can we go back?
Yeah, why not?
So we're talking about the Villa just lost one of the last 7 games against Brighton. But one of the last 3 in a row against them.
Yep.
I'm going to list the score and the date, and you got to tell me who scored for Villa.
I should be able to do that. Hair in my mouth.
Okay. I guess a Manscaped on that, mate. Get some Manscaped on.
maybe I've been using the Manscaped and I've got hair in my mouth.
November 2021. It's Aston Villa 2, Brighton 0.
That was Gerrard's first game, wasn't it? So that was Watkins.
Yes.
Oh no. Mings.
Yes. Lovely.
There you go.
February 2022. Brighton 0, Aston Villa 2.
Watkins. Oh dear. I want to say Ings.
I'll give you one more guess. Outside the area, a lovely right foot.
Oh, Matty Cash.
There you go. Yeah.
Matty Cash, the first goal.
Yeah, and the last one, the most recent one, November 2022, Brighton 1, Villa 2.
Ings double.
Yeah. Who scored for Brighton?
Is it McAllister?
It was after Douglas Luiz. Well, it was like Martinez passed it out into Douglas Luiz, and I think McAllister started.
I was literally directly behind the goal at that game, and I was hungover from the night before. And then within 2 minutes, we made a horrific error, and I just thought, "What am I doing? What is life?" I started to think, but then great first away win of the season. That was, and I was present for it, which was very, very nice. Right, nice little quiz there, Stato. Disappointed I had to be prompted to get cash. But we move. Let's get that Brighton stat up that we were about to read out, please, Adam. Thank you very much. Well, there's the boy, Evan Ferguson, absolutely sensational striker. He is. 55% of the Premier League goals scored by teenagers this season, excluding own goals, have been by Brighton players. So Ferguson's a teenager. I'm presuming he's a teenager.
He is, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Oh, that's a question I don't have the answer to.
Okay. Must be 18, 19.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
But Julio Enciso scored 4. I'm including one of the best goals I've ever seen last night. It was unbelievable.
I was out last night.
Oh, you haven't seen the goal?
No.
Oh my God. It is unbelievable.
Is it goal of the season?
It's up there for sure.
It's up there. Is it better than Nunez's goal for Wolves against Chelsea? That's my goal of the season.
I can't remember.
Sensational strike. Oh, go back and watch it.
Yeah.
That was the goal of the season. I'll let you know which one I think is better.
Yeah.
When I go back and watch it.
So Evan Ferguson's got 6, and
great player.
His name's impossible to say. Facundo. There you go. Thank you.
Is he a teenager as well? Gee, these players are teenagers. Not only are they obscure, come from nowhere, they're teenagers.
Yep.
Honestly, Brighton.
Yeah, but Zerbi's got some
very, very smart.
Some style. Like the game, last night they took out a Lewis Dunk and a Webster, and they brought in a Levi Colwell and someone else, and they both played brilliant. Yeah, and they both played brilliantly against Man City. It's like
they're a joke.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So yeah, impressive for Brighton. They can just bring in these youngsters and they just hit the ground running.
I'm half expecting someone I've never heard of to turn up at Villa Park
Yeah.
on Sunday for his first game and just bang in one from 35 yards, because that's what Brighton do. Lee Bruce is saying Brighton just remind me of Southampton and Leicester of years gone by. Elite recruitment and managerial appointments, but you will never be a relevant club long term when you sell your best player. I don't know, with Brighton, I feel it's a bit different. I feel like it's a bit different. I mean, Leicester and Southampton have had absolute stinkers. Leicester shouldn't be down where they are.
No.
They've got enough good players to not be down the bottom. I don't understand what's happened there. And and their facilities, their training ground is one of the best places I've ever been in my life. I felt like I was on holiday when I was there. It was so good. But yeah, Southampton and Leicester fell by the wayside. I'm not saying Brighton are going to finish top 6 every season, but I think they're an established Premier League team. I don't see them going down. They've just got a plan for every eventuality. They seem to have a plan. Potter goes, I would get in someone better.
Yeah,
that's absolutely fine. I mean, that is just elite recruitment, like you say, Lee. But yeah, Brighton, not a scary proposition on Sunday, but a really, really good team. Let's look at peak Villa then, unless you've got to decide. Sorry, I should check for a quiz every round, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it's not a quiz in that one.
No quiz. No more quizzes?
There could be one for this one. If you want one, I could just make one up.
I mean, don't make one up on the spot. It might not be very good, but well, let's look at peak Villa then. Aston Villa have won their final game in one of the last 8 Premier League campaigns, drawing 2 and losing 5. Last 8 Premier League campaigns?
Yeah.
Does that mean that the last time Villa won on the last day of the season was when Villa beat Liverpool 1-0 in 2011? And it was Stuart Downing scoring against Liverpool?
That was the last time. Yes. Yeah, after the
last time we won.
No, because the stats say Aston Villa have won their final game in one of the last 8, and that was 9 seasons ago. That Stuart Downing won. So the quiz question is which game did we win on the last game of the season in the last 8 Premier League? Yeah.
Didn't win under Tim Sherwood. Oh, I know it. I was there. It was the first game back after lockdown.
One of the lucky ones.
Beat Chelsea. Yeah, I was lucky. Beat Chelsea 2-1.
Beat Chelsea 2-1, yeah. Yeah, it's our only win. So we lost to Norwich in 2012. I lost drew to Wigan in 2013. Lost to Spurs 2014. Lost to Burnley 2015. Lost to Arsenal 2016. Drew to West Ham in 2020 when Jack Grealish scored and we survived in the last day. Then we beat Chelsea in 2021, and then last season was that Man City game where we threw away a 2-goal lead and lost 3-2.
Yeah, we cost Liverpool the title.
Yep.
That day, didn't we?
Yep.
Interesting. Can you remember who scored for Burnley when they beat us 1-0 at Villa Park?
I can't remember, but I can just tell you who it is. Danny Ings.
No, I know who it is.
Danny Ings.
I'm quizzing you. I know exactly who it was. Yeah, that Chelsea game. Villa were really good that day, actually. I don't know whether my memory of it is skewed a little bit because it had been so long since I've been to Villa Park, but I just remember it's been really good.
Traore El Ghazi.
Chelsea. Traore El Ghazi. I think, was it Chilwell?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But let's just remember Jack playing as a number 10. That was his last game in a Villa shirt, and I was lucky enough to be there watching him play as a number 10. I don't even think he was fully fit, but he was just really good that day, and you could just see the influence. I was obviously sat in a different place for that game, sat in the Trinity, and you could just see the influence that he had in that game. He was absolutely magnificent, and then that was obviously his last game. Have you got any other stats, any other pearls of wisdom before we finish?
So last week I left you on 2 negative stats, so I thought I'd switch it around this week and do 2 positive ones.
We love that.
So Brighton haven't kept a clean sheet in nearly 53 years at Villa Park.
They're letting in a lot of goals in general, actually, at the moment. They're shipping every game. They're doing well, but they are conceding every single game.
Yeah. And then when Brighton concede first in the Premier League away games this season, their record is winning 1, losing 5. So if we can score first, we've got a good chance, I guess.
Let's do that thing where we haven't done it every week, but we do it every now and again. We did it against Newcastle. You attack the whole 10 first half, get off to a fast start, like we did against Manchester United, like we did against Newcastle, like we did against Leeds, where we make that decision to win the toss and attack the whole 10 first, and then the whole 10 still boos, even though we've chose it ourselves. I don't think everyone realises, and then we just go for it, full throttle, get ourselves an early goal, and then the atmosphere's up, and then we go on and win the game. We don't have to worry about anything else because we just qualify for Europe by winning our game ourselves. I mean, if we win, what's our points tallied out?
See?
When was the last time we got 60 points?
Oh my God. Phil,
Sorry.
Phil,
I mean, these are all things I would expect you to have.
Yeah,
to have
no,
looked at, really.
no, I can get it for sure.
I know you. I would have expected you to come armed with this kind of stuff.
So we'll be on 61 if we win.
61 is it? Sorry.
The last time we would have got 61 was we got 64 in 2009-10, 62 in 2008-9, and then before that it was 61 in 96, 63 in 95-96, and then 74 in 92-93, but that was 42 games.
So the best seasons in my memory are the ones under probably the first kind of two under Brian Little and then the Martin O'Neill. Yeah, so we're looking at points tallies that are very, very similar.
Yeah.
To those teams. So that's exceptional. Given, again, I say it every week, given the handicapped start that we had, to be on points totals that are around those excellent Aston Villa teams is borderline ridiculous.
Yeah, and one more. So both Villa and Brighton are leading the league in goals scored in the first 15 minutes with 12 each.
Get a lump on that then. Goal in the first 15 minutes.
Oh, man, yeah, I got 12 as well, actually.
I fancy a fast start like the Newcastle game where I think we'll come at them because they can be got at defence. They're a great side.
Yeah.
But they've got a few frailties at the back. They a bit like us sometimes. They play quite high. And I think we can take advantage of that. Watkins has got a good record against Brighton, as we've just discovered. You know, I'd like to see him back on the score sheet. That would be a great way to end the season on a positive for him, because undoubtedly he'll be upset at not making the England squad, and he's in a bit of a mini drought after that unbelievable run that he went on before the drought. So, you know, it'd be nice to see Watkins end the season with a goal. He's got, as I say, he's got a good record against Brighton. Fast start. There's every chance that'll happen. Right then, Dad, it's been a pleasure doing the Stato preview with you across the second half of the season.
Yep.
Has it been helpful to Villa's good run? Who knows? Do we take any kind of credit for it? I'm not sure, but since this show came on board, Aston Villa have been a very good football team. So we'll try and do some stuff in the summer with Dale. Make sure we get some content out, maybe talking to a few ex-pros about their stats and things like that, and look at the season as a whole from a stats perspective. I think that would be an interesting show. If you want to say that, then leave us a comment letting us know that you'd like to see some more Stato content in the summer, and give the video a like, please, if you've enjoyed it as well. Basically, if you don't give this video a like and you've watched it, Villa aren't going to qualify for Europe. So
it's true.
I implore you to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on. I'll be back tomorrow with Dave Reed to do the normal preview, talking through the game. And if you haven't watched 1874 with myself and Greg Evans, if you're sick of me, you don't even need to listen to me, because I'm just there to facilitate Greg, really, and listen to what Greg has to say. So go and listen to that, because Greg's full of beans at the moment about Villa and full of good little bits of inside knowledge and info as well. So I implore you again to go back and listen to 1874 that we did on Tuesday, I think it was. So it's still very, very relevant. Thank you to Adam for producing. Thank you for those that have watched. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring us as well. If you are in the market for some Manscaped tools, please use our discount code. Have a good rest of your Thursday, and up the Villa.
Up the Villa.